Have you ever looked in the mirror at night and wondered why you feel more drained than the day before, even when you didn't do much? Or maybe you've started noticing those little signs, stiff joints in the morning, restless sleep, or waking up without that spark you used to have. If so, you're not alone. But what if I told you that the key to feeling younger, healthier, and more energized isn't locked away in some fancy clinic or expensive bottle? What if it's right there in your own home, and it starts with what you do in the final hour before bed? You see, the way we wind down at the end of the day can either speed up our aging or gently slow it down. It can either build resilience in our body or quietly chip away at it. Most people don't realize it, but your evening habits matter just as much as your diet or exercise. They set the tone for how your body repairs itself, how your brain resets, and how well you fight off disease. Tonight, I want to invite you to try something simple, just 3 evening habits that can make all the difference. They don't cost a thing, you don't need any equipment, and they've helped people in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s feel stronger, sleep better, and stay out of the hospital. Let's talk about Linda Johnson. She's 73 and lives in Sacramento. For years, Linda couldn't figure out why she felt so tired all the time. She'd go to bed at 10, get her full 7 hours, and still wake up groggy. Coffee barely helped. Her focus was off, she felt foggy and sluggish during the day. And, like many of us, her evening routine included watching the late news, scrolling through her phone, and sometimes even falling asleep with the TV still on. Then one day, Linda stumbled across a piece of advice that seemed too simple to matter: turn off all screens 20 minutes before bed. That's it. 20 quiet minutes. No television, no phone, no tablet. Just stillness. At first, it felt strange. She didn't know what to do with herself. But after a week of dimming the lights, reading a book, and listening to soft music instead of staring at a glowing screen, something changed. She started falling asleep faster. She woke up with more energy. Her allergy symptoms eased up. Even her mood brightened. And the best part? She didn't change anything else in her life, just those 20 minutes of what we now call a digital sunset. You see, our bodies were never designed for bright blue lights at night. Back in the day, we went to bed with the sun and woke up with it. Today, our phones, TVs, and tablets blast our eyes with artificial light late into the evening, and it confuses our brain. There are special cells in your eyes that respond directly to light. They talk to the part of your brain that controls sleep, hormones, and even your immune system. When you keep staring at a screen late at night, those cells get the wrong message. They think it's still daytime, and that delays your melatonin, the hormone your body needs to sleep deeply, repair cells, and stay young. Research shows that just 2 hours of screen time before bed can lower melatonin levels by up to 85%. That's not just bad news for your sleep, it weakens your immune system, speeds up aging, and increases the risk of everything from heart disease to memory loss. But when you shut down the screens and give your body a break, melatonin comes back. Your body resets, it starts repairing. Now, I know what you might be thinking: it's hard to give up your favorite shows or that last scroll through Facebook. But here's the thing, those 20 minutes might be the most powerful investment you make in your health. You can still enjoy your shows and stay connected, just give yourself that quiet window before bed. Think of it like brushing your teeth, it's a small routine that pays off in big ways. Use that time for something gentle. You could sit in your favorite chair and read a few pages of a book, or just sit quietly and reflect on your day. Some people light a candle or listen to calming music. Others stretch their legs, do a bit of light breathing, or write in a journal. The activity doesn't matter as much as turning down the stimulation and letting your body know it's time to rest. Let's move to another small habit that's easy to do but incredibly powerful. Robert Miller is a 69-year-old retired mechanic from Phoenix. A few years ago, his doctor told him his blood pressure was creeping up. He wasn't sleeping well, he felt tense most days, and he often woke up in the middle of the night worrying about money, health, the kids, you name it. One evening, Robert's wife handed him a notebook and said, "Just write down 3 good things from today. Doesn't have to be big." He rolled his eyes but gave it a try. That night, he wrote, "My grandson called me, I fixed the leaky sink without hurting my back, and the breeze was nice during my walk. And you know what? Something shifted." The next night, he wrote 3 more. Then again the night after. Within weeks, Robert wasn't just sleeping better, he felt calmer. He wasn't snapping at his wife as much. His blood pressure started to drop. He smiled more, his whole body felt lighter. And all he did was take 5 minutes before bed to reflect on what went right. Science now confirms what Robert discovered on his own. When you focus on gratitude, even briefly, it lowers the stress hormone cortisol, improves sleep, and boosts your immune system. It even changes the wiring of your brain. Instead of automatically focusing on problems, your mind starts to notice what's going well. You begin the next day with a sense of hope instead of dread. Now, I know that some days are hard. Some days, it might feel like there's nothing to be grateful for. But even then, you can find a sliver of light, a warm cup of tea, a neighbor waving hello, or just the fact that you made it through. Write it down. Let yourself feel it, because that small act isn't just about positivity, it's about healing your body from the inside out. These aren't just stories, they're real people, just like you, who found new strength in the smallest habits. It's not about doing more, it's about doing what matters. And these gentle evening rituals might be the key to unlocking the healthiest, happiest years of your life. Let's keep going, because there's still one more evening habit to talk about, and for many, it's the one that makes all the difference. We've talked about how turning off your screens and writing down a few moments of gratitude can do wonders for your sleep, your mind, and even your immune system. But there's one more habit, one that's so overlooked yet so powerful that it might just be the reason you wake up tomorrow feeling like you've turned back the clock 10 years. It's not about supplements or stretching for an hour. In fact, it only takes 10 minutes. And for someone like Margaret Davis, a 76-year-old retired librarian from Austin, Texas, those 10 minutes before bed changed everything. Margaret had started waking up stiff. Not just a little sore, her back ached, her ankles were swollen, and her hands were so tight in the morning that pouring a cup of coffee felt like a chore. She thought it was just part of getting older. She'd given up her garden, stopped walking her dog, it all felt too uncomfortable. Then her doctor gave her a simple suggestion: move gently before bed. Nothing strenuous, no heavy lifting, just get the body moving, light and easy. So she tried. The first night, she did slow ankle circles while sitting in her chair, a few shoulder rolls, a gentle walk around her living room. The next night, she added in some neck stretches and arm circles. Nothing fancy, but it felt good. And after a week, something shifted. Margaret was waking up with less stiffness. Her mornings were smoother. She didn't need 30 minutes of stretching just to get out of bed. After a month, she was back to gardening. And more than that, she felt energized again, like herself. Now, you might be wondering, how can 10 minutes of light movement do all that? The answer lies in something most of us never even think about: your lymphatic system. Unlike your heart, which pumps blood automatically, your lymphatic system has no pump. It relies on you, on your movement, to function. And that system is responsible for clearing out toxins, removing cellular waste, and moving immune cells around your body. When it's sluggish, you feel sluggish. When it flows, you heal faster, sleep deeper, and age slower. As we get older, we tend to sit more. Evenings become a time of stillness. And while rest is important, total stillness isn't. Without movement, our circulation slows down, joints get stiff, swelling increases, healing takes longer, and little by little, we start losing the mobility we once had. But when you move gently, mindfully, you wake your body back up. You help lymph fluid move. You bring blood flow to your hands and feet. You keep your joints lubricated, your muscles active, and your balance strong. Think of it like this: every evening you spend completely still, your body loses just a little more flexibility, a little more range of motion. And those losses build up over time. But every evening you move, even just a little, you hold on to your strength. You give your body what it needs to stay mobile, clear, and strong. You don't need a workout video or fancy yoga mat. You just need to move. Start simple. Sit in your chair and roll your wrists and ankles in slow circles. Lift your arms and stretch toward the ceiling. Turn your head gently from side to side. Then, if you're steady on your feet, walk slowly around your living room. Swing your arms a little. Take deep, relaxed breaths as you go. Some people like to listen to music while they move. Others do a bit of light stretching or follow along with a gentle Tai Chi routine. The goal isn't to sweat, it's to circulate. To remind your body that it's still alive and capable. That it hasn't been forgotten. When you combine this gentle movement with the other two habits, your screen-free time and your gratitude reflection, you're giving your body the full package. You're calming your nervous system, you're boosting your melatonin, you're improving your circulation, and, most importantly, you're creating space, mentally and physically, for healing and longevity. It's not about chasing youth, it's about preserving your quality of life. About feeling good in the morning. About walking without pain. About being able to lift your arms and hug your grandkids or kneel in your garden without fear of not being able to stand back up. These aren't luxuries, they're the building blocks of a strong, independent life after 60. And here's the beautiful thing. Every evening is another chance, another opportunity to give your body what it needs. You don't have to wait until the weekend, you don't need to buy a thing. Just give yourself a few quiet moments, a little movement, a bit of gratitude, and the decision to step away from screens before you close your eyes. I want you to imagine something for a moment. Imagine waking up tomorrow and your knees don't ache. Your back feels good. Your mood is steady. You remember where you put your keys, and you're actually excited to get out of bed. That version of you is possible. And it starts not with a doctor's visit, but with the last hour of your day. These 3 evening habits won't just help you live longer, they'll help you live better, with more comfort, more clarity, and more confidence in your own body. And if a few small tweaks to your nightly routine could be the difference between visiting your garden or visiting the hospital, wouldn't it be worth it? Let your body rest the right way. Let your mind settle. Let your joints move. Let your heart feel the good that still surrounds you, even in the quiet moments. Because those quiet moments, that's where real longevity begins. You know, there's something powerful about simplicity. We spend so much of our lives chasing big solutions, specialists, prescriptions, complicated health routines. And often, we overlook the quiet, easy things that are already within our reach. These 3 evening habits don't require money, a gym membership, or even leaving your house. But what they give back in return is priceless. Letting go of screen time gives your brain the rest it needs to make melatonin, the natural repair system your body was designed with. Writing down your gratitude lets your heart breathe a little, lightens your stress, and brings a calmness that no pill ever could. And moving your body before bed, just for a few minutes, helps keep your joints limber, your circulation flowing, and your immune system strong. The beauty is in the consistency. Because when these small acts are repeated night after night, they build something bigger. They become your foundation, your personal insurance policy against the slow decline so many people assume is inevitable after 60. But here's the truth, it's not. Not if you take care of yourself in these quiet, intentional ways. And that's the part that matters most. It's not just about living longer, it's about living well. Being able to enjoy your mornings again. Taking walks without pain. Sleeping through the night without tossing and turning. Waking up refreshed instead of foggy. Feeling hopeful instead of anxious. You deserve that. You've lived long enough to know that life isn't always easy. Maybe you've been through health scares. Maybe you've lost people you love. Maybe some mornings, you look in the mirror and don't recognize the person staring back. That's okay. That's being human. But don't let those moments convince you that it's too late to feel strong again, because it's not. It's not too late. There's still time to feel better in your body. There's still time to protect your mind. There's still time to create a peaceful evening rhythm that carries you into a deeper, more restful night and a more vibrant tomorrow. So if you're watching this and wondering, where do I even start, just pick one. One habit. Maybe tonight, you shut off your screens 20 minutes early. Maybe you write down 3 little moments that made you smile. Or maybe you simply stand up and roll your shoulders, take a walk around the house, and breathe a little deeper before bed. Start there. Let it be easy. Let it feel good. And here's the thing, don't do it for the number on your birth certificate. Do it for the moments that matter. For the morning coffee that tastes better after a full night's rest. For the energy to join your grandkids outside. For the joy of waking up without pain. For the peace of knowing you're doing something kind for yourself every single night. You don't have to do it perfectly. You don't have to do it all at once. Just do it with care. Do it with love. And do it for the version of you that still wants to dance at a wedding, travel, tend a garden, or simply feel light again in your own skin. So now I want to hear from you, which of these evening habits will you start with tonight? Drop a comment and let me know. I read every single one, and it brings me so much joy to see how many of you are creating new, healthier routines for yourselves. We're in this together, and every small change matters. If this video helped you even just a little, go ahead and give it a thumbs up so others can find it, too. And if you'd like more content like this, make sure to subscribe to my channel. We've got more practical tips, stories, and encouragement for living well after 60. You're not too old. You're not too late. You're not too far gone. You're exactly where you need to be. And tonight could be the beginning of a stronger, healthier, more peaceful chapter in your story. Here's to living your best life at any age.